Dear Future Enoch, I thought I'd take a look at another one of my old electronic devices before I ship them to the e-waste depot. This is my HTC C625. A. This phone succeeded my LG GD510 and is to date the shortest time I spent with a phone. It lived and died entirely within my high school years, and I dumped it as soon as the 2-year contract was up. Why? Because it's a Windows phone. To give it some credit, Windows Phone was well designed. The Metro design language is clean, minimalistic, and timeless. Back in the early 2010s, when iOS and Android were skeuomorphic as all get out, this looked fresh and modern, and still does. Microsoft actually used this design language as far back as 2006 on their failed Zune lineup. Life with a Windows Phone in the early 2010s was miserable. Windows Phone had a widely publicized app problem where a lot of high-profile apps simply weren't available on the platform. There were no Google apps, so there was no Google Drive, no Google Docs, no Gmail. My high school was in the middle of transitioning to G Suite, so this meant that my phone was completely useless. Apps that were ported were far cries from the iOS and Android counterparts. You had Microsoft Office installed by default, yay. Internet Explorer was the most atrocious way to browse the web. I remember being unable to join Cahoots with this thing because Internet Explorer couldn't load the page properly. Cortana never worked on this phone, being unable to speak my language, which is English. And a straw that broke the camel's back. Updates. Or rather, how did it install? Basically, there's a bug that causes the device to randomly reboot, which was incredibly annoying. Microsoft released an update to fix the issue, which would have been nice if I could actually install the damn update. After spending hours trying to get it to install and even resetting my phone twice, losing all of my text messages in the process, I still couldn't get the update to install no matter what. This was close to the end of the contract, and by then I was already so fed up after living with Windows Phone for 2 years that I bought an Android phone. Microsoft made a nice smartphone operating system that could have rivaled iOS and Android, but it came too late and Microsoft failed to read the room. iOS and Android were already established players, and Microsoft never made anything compelling about Windows Phone to distinguish it from its competitors. All it did was copy iOS and Android while having none of the apps that people wanted. There was no market for Windows Phone, and the fact that I got to use one isn't something that I'm proud of. My experience with it was so lackluster that I hate it even more than my first phone. Because for such a crucial chapter in my life, Windows Phone was a pile of crap. Rest in peace, Windows Phone. I hope it never comes back. Future Enoch, I'll see you next week.